to Abingdon-Avon High School here in the beautiful town of Abingdon, Illinois. I am John Reynolds alongside the great camera lady Alyssa, who's going to be running camera for me this evening. We are game 8 of 8. We've reached the finish line here of the Great Western Shootout, and we've got a good one for you, folks. The Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes, the home dogs, will play the Sherrard Tigers here in game 8, starting at 7:30. We are going to have the national anthem, though, for you right here before we get going. There is your national anthem here as we are ready to go. Game 8 of 8 between the Sherrard Tigers and the home A-Town Tornadoes. We will meet the starters here momentarily, and we are ready to go just about right on time. It's 7:29, and we're right on time here at the Great Western Shootout. It's been a big day of basketball, 8 games and a lot of high-scoring contests. Earlier on, we'll go over some of the lead stats and the MVPs of their respective games. MVP Lake and Otto for Canton had 12 points in game number 1. Canton took down Knoxville 70-23. Farmington and Southeastern then played in game number 2. Jack Groenwald had 30 points in the victory there for Farmington. For Fulton and Illini Bluffs, it was a close one, 55-47, though Illini Bluffs and Devin White, the MVP, 25 points, and they came on top. For Scales Mountain Macomb, who was game number 4 at 61-37. Malachi Conley was the MVP for that one. Now we'll meet the Tornadoes here as we met Sherrard. See the lights have gotten dim. There's a student section here. You got some cheerleaders. A-Town with the home court advantage, as some would say. Jacob Hall is going to be one of the starters for A-Town. Referring, though, earlier to the games between Rock Ridge and Peoria Notre Dame, that was game number 5. The Rock Ridge Rockets defeated the Peoria Notre Dame Fighting Irish 67-44. Caleb Cunico was the lead scorer with 30 points, and victory for Rock Ridge was player of the game. For the West Hancock Titans and the Peoria Manual Rams, 70-57, Peoria Manual came out on top, and it was Terrence Page, who had 22 points, was the player of the game in that one for Peoria Manual. And then the last game that we just had, United and Monmouth Roseville. Player of the game, Lars Bergen, 18 points, led the way for a Monmouth Roseville 52-38 victory in Game 7. We are ready to go, though, between the A-Town Tornadoes and the Sherrard Tigers here at Abingdon-Avon High School. Take a look here. Jumping will be Javen Jones that's James Blackwell for Sherrard, and jumping is Jacob Hall for A-Town, and it is A-Town basketball. We're ready to go here from A-Town High School. Hall will dump it out. Stolen, almost bounced around there by Bender, who now dumps it off to Carter Brown. 3-ball good for Brian Bender with a big 3-ball to get things going here in A-Town. Edward Hightower, let's go A-Town. We got some Abingdon-Avon fans in the chat. Sherrard wearing the bright purple uniforms with some yellow checkered on the sides very sharp uniforms. Is A-Town wearing the home whites with the hints of green and yellow. Dumped out, 3-ball the other way, and Sherrard matches. That was Rylan Carton with the 3-ball, and that was Dre Anderson who had the 3 for A-Town, 3 apiece here early on. 3-ball again, oh my goodness, the 3s are raining down. That's Alex Fouch for 3. 6-3, the Tornadoes on top of the Tigers. Sherrard and Carter Brown with it. And Brown will sink it. So Carter Brown gets 2. Let's go, boys, all the way Gulfport, Mississippi. So down in Mississippi, wow. All the way down and downstate in the bottom of the United States. But good to see you listening, Ed. 3-ball up, no good. That was Dre Anderson who shot that one, and now Sherrard coming back the other way. 6-5 your score here early on. 3-ball Sherrard up, no good. Ball fought for on the floor, and it's a rebound to Alex Fouch, who has 3. Bounce pass out to Hall. Hall going straight to the basket. He is fouled, and 2 shots are coming for Jacob Hall. This foul will be on Sherrard. We'll see who it's against. This foul is going to fall on Ryan Ryder Veranda. It's Veranda's first foul. It is the first foul of the game. Jacob Hall at the free throw line misses the first. End of the 2 shots. Again, we thank you for joining us here at the Great Western Shootout in Abingdon, Illinois, and the second one a little short. And Sherrard away with the basketball the other way. It's James Blackwell with it. 6-5 in favor of A-Town on a couple of made 3s. Carton to the basket, can't get it to fall, and Fouch away with a rebound. A-Town on the attack, they go the other way, and a ball is off the foot, but there might have been a foul to cause that. We'll see. Yes, there was. It is a foul against the Sherrard Tigers, and number 4, Carter Brown, will pick up that foul. It is the Sherrard second foul of the quarter. 5:19 left in the first. Anderson inbounds it to Hall. Now they go into the corner for Fouch. Kick things back up top. Anderson, swing it up, Fouch. That is a deep 3 from Fouch. It's a little short though, but what a rebound there. And his shot is up, no good. Might have got some contact, but nonetheless, we're heading the other way. That was Colby Hightower who came away with the rebound, and a ball out of bounds, and it'll be Abingdon basketball. Anderson will inbound it. He gets it in successfully to Aiden Stroman. And the ball the other way here now, Sherrard. Under 5 left in the first. Blackwell dribbling baseline, kick it out. 3-ball for Sherrard is good. Ryder Veranda cashes home for 3. 8-6, Sherrard is on top, and a foul charge. This is going to go against Jacob Hall, his first foul on the reach. We got some substitutions here, and actually it looks like a whole line change here for Sherrard as number 34 of Sherrard, Aiden Begeski, will check in. We'll get to the others in a moment, except James Blackwell will stay on the court. Caden Kelly in. Well, as a mystery, we do not have a number 11 on the roster, so we'll have to take a look at that. Jacob Hall traveled, though, before the shot. I'll take a look at the master roster here in a moment for Sherrard. And, yeah, I do not have a number 11 on there, so that is a mystery player there, number 11. So we'll have to see. what the announcer says if he scores. 3 ball up, it's short. Rebound, though, to Sherrard the other way now. Here come the Tigers. Lay it up, lay it in. Nice shot there. Caden Kelly with 2 points, and he has has given the Tigers a 4-point lead. Anderson the other way with it, and a foul against A-Town. It's going to be Sherrard basketball. That's going to be against Dre Anderson. Team foul number 2. It is Dre's first foul. He'll will not head to the bench. He'll stay in instead. Hightower will head to the bench. Checking in is number 22, Lucas Andrews, into the basketball game for A-Town. James Blackwell brings things up, dumps it off now to Begeski. Corner 3 is a little bit too long there for Sherrard. A-Town the other way on the attack, down low. Nice find and a nice finish for Aiden Stromson. A-Town down by 2, 10-8, 3:17 left here in the first. Sherrard with the basketball, almost picked up his pivot foot there. Long 2-point shot up, no good. Founce away with a rebound for A-Town. Here come the Tornadoes the other way. Dump it off to Anderson. Now down low to Stromson, and he's going to be fouled. There, Jason Danner, the official, on the call. Foul is going to be against Sherrard, number 34. Aiden Begeski will pick that foul up. It is his first foul of the contest. First shot is good. Carter Brown checks back in, as well as Riker Darst is in for A-Town. So 1 for 2 at the free throw line for Aiden Stromson. And it is 10-9. 3 ball is up, no good, and ball is fought for. Offensive rebound, count it there for Sherrard, number 4, Carter Brown, who we just talked about a moment ago checking in, finds the basketball and gets some early points. 12-9, Sherrard on top. Hall dumps it off there to Stromson. He'll kick it back now to Hall. Jump shot up good. Jacob Hall with 2. Hall with 2 points, 12-11. Tigers by 1. Sherrard with the basketball going to the rim. Lay it up. No foul. No on the attempt there by Sherrard. Here come the Tornadoes the other way. 1:49 left first quarter here in A-Town. Stromson, lay it up, lay it in. Aiden Stromson is having quite the night. He's got 5 points. And we've got a foul here charged against Stromson, so as I say that, he picks up the foul. It is Stromson's first foul. It is the Abingdon Avon third foul. So 3 fouls apiece for both squads. Ball fought for there. Now they're going to kick it back out. Sherrard 25 on the shot clock. Corner 3 is up and no good. Tipped around. Jacob Hall had a hand on it. No foul though. Sherrard basketball on the attack. A lot of steps taken there, and Stromson with that is number 50, Cole Scheckler with the rebound. It is a foul on Sherrard, number 22, Caden Kelly, his first foul. The 4th foul for Sherrard in the first quarter with 1:13 left. Got to get the ball inbounded here in a 5-second violation, and it's a turnover. Andrews tried to find somebody to get it to, just could not find the open man. It is a turnover nonetheless, and a quick timeout taken. We'll see. This will be taken by A-Town. They'll take the 30-second timeout, as you see them right there on your screen. The A-Town bench playing with they've got the home crowd advantage, as you A-Town cheerleaders here as well, in a pretty full gym. Sherrard only down by 1 here to the hometown Tornadoes. And definitely say having the home court gives you that slight advantage here. You know, shooting on this in practice every day and just knowing how the court plays and how the gym reacts and all of that goes into this one. So we'll see how A-Town fares against a tough Sherrard team. 13-12 with just about 60 seconds left here in the first quarter. Anderson going to the basket, has it stolen away almost, but instead went for the layup. 3 ball is up, it's short, fought for. Hey, get your own rebound. Shot up again, it's short, and that one's out of bounds. We'll see who it is against. It's going to stay here. It's off Sherrard. So a couple of attempts there for A-Town, and they're going to get another attempt. Checking in for Sherrard is number 43. That's Brody Bender. He checks in for number 22, Caden Kelly, who will head to the bench. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Lucas Andrews will receive it in the backcourt for A-Town. Riker Darst now corner. 3 is off a little wide. Hall with the rebound, kicks it, was looking for Anderson. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be a turnover. 28.2 seconds left in the first quarter. Sherrard and A-Town. Two squads don't play very often, not in the same conference, so likely only meet up here in the Great Western Shootout and in other tournaments. 20 seconds left here in the first. Nice find down low. What a pass and what a feed. And a finish by Brody Bender with 2 points. Puts the Tigers back on top. 5 seconds left. He puts up the shot, can't get it to fall though. And at the end of the first quarter, we have a 1-point game. It is 14-13, Tigers on top. We're going to take a quick break and be back for the second quarter. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH and the Great Western Shootout here on TSSR Game Time Live. We'll be back in just a moment.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School here in Abingdon, Illinois, on a cold December evening here, but not a too cold one here in the Tornado Alley, as they call it. You can see that right on the outside there. You screen the very top there. Yep, Tornado Alley here in A-Town. It's pretty warm up here where we're broadcasting from, but a cold one out in the depths of A-Town here. Sherrard with the basketball. They will have it. They are up 1 point. 14-13 as we break huddle for the second. Shot is up and good for number 23. That is Rylan Carton. He's got 5 points this evening. And the Tigers extend their lead. They're up by 3. Baseline and almost dribbled out of bounds, but instead it's a turnover as he gave it right to Carter Brown of Sherrard. To the basket, lay it up, and it's good. James Blackwell with 2. His first 2 of the night for James Blackwell. That is Riker Darst with it. Now kicks it into the corner for A-Town and has it stolen away. That is Brody Bender who goes the distance. Brody Bender with 2. Tigers lead by 7. They're on a big run here. 6-0 in the quarter. Hall dumps it off there to Fouch, who now goes to Darst in the corner now. He's working up there with that's Bender, excuse me. And a traveling violation on Strumson. That's 5 points leading the way for A-Town, and a couple of substitutions. We'll see Dre Anderson back into the basketball game, as well as Colby Hightower for A-Town. Again, we thank you for joining us here, the Great Western Shootout. Always a fun one here in December. We get to come up to A-Town and call a plethora of basketball games. We have 8 today, and that'll complete the day. We're on game 8 of 8, so late night in Abingdon, but always fun. Here in the Great Western Shootout, and the 2-point attempt is good there from Ryland Carton, who's starting to emerge with 7 points. 22-13, the Tigers by 9. Hightower with it in the corner, gets the screen there from Stromson. Now dumps it to Hall, going to the basket, lay it up, can't get it to fall, kicked around, and Hightower comes away with it. Anderson dumps it to Hall. He's guarded by Blackwell, now down low to Stromson. Double team, kicks it back out. Hall, 3-ball, let it fly. It's up no good. Gets his own rebound, Jacob Hall. Doubles his points of the night. He's got 4, and the A-Town Tornadoes strike back. They're down by 7, 5:25 left here in the first half. Blackwell working with Anderson, top of the key, dumps it off. 3-ball attempt up, and it's a little long, but it's going to be off Stromson. And it is, it is actually going to be off of, it'll actually be Abingdon basketball. I thought that might have been off of Stromson, but nonetheless, it'll be A-Town basketball. I bumped the table there. I need to scoot back just a little bit there. We're just about the midway mark. 5 minutes here in this first half between A-Town and Sherrard. A close one, 22-15. Shot up and no good. Jacob Hall, though, with a rebound. Second chance bucket, no. Anderson, though, gets the rebound. How about a third chance? Fouch for 3 and cashes. Alex Fouch cashes the 3, and he's got a couple of threes tonight. Gets A-Town right back into it. The crowd starting to pick it up. The student section, as you can see, just to the right of or the very top of your screen there, as they sit in the Tornado Alley student section. But hey, the silencer, Ryland Carton with another 2-point bucket, 24-18. We're going to keep it right here as you're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Sherrard and A-Town in a non-conference matchup of the Great Western Shootout. We have a 6-point game. 4:24 is left in this one. We're looking at the A-Town bench here, this 30-second timeout. Both teams have taken a timeout, so they'll have 4 remaining for the contest. Remember, we do have the shot clock. That is something to think about, Definitely puts a different perspective on things for high school. When I was in school, there was no shot clock, and they've just introduced it just recently, so it's a nice touch to be able to see that. And now we'll have the inbound for A-Town the other way. Anderson will inbound this one to Stromson, who gets it to Anderson, and stolen almost away there by Ryder Veranda, who got a hand on it, but it was his hand that touched it last, and it'll be A-Town basketball. Anderson inbounds to Hall's, double teamed. Is just going to dribble out of it, a blocking foul. Charge to Ryland Carton, his first foul, and the first foul of this second quarter. It is the first foul for either squad in the second, so we played foulless basketball for about 4 minutes, which is pretty good in high school basketball, if you ask me. Anderson will dump it off to, that's Hightower with it on the left wing, swing it across to Fouch. He's guarded by the opposing number 4, that's Carter Brown. Anderson sets things back up. 13 on the shot clock, 3:53 game clock. Anderson was looking for Hall and just threw it a little low. It's a turnover, and it'll be Sherrard basketball. Checking in is number 11. And I don't believe we got a name for number 11 of Sherrard, so was unable to hear that on the over the loudspeaker there. But nonetheless, he's back into the basketball game as well as number 22, Caden Kelly. Shot is up short there by Blackwell, and the opposing zero, Jacob Hall, away with the rebound, and he'll throw it out of bounds off of a Tiger, and it will be Tornado basketball. 24-18, Anderson inbounds the basketball to Stromson. And trying to dribble out of this press here that we see by Sherrard, who's got a 6-point lead, but still want to keep on the attack. Stromson dribbling baseline, lays it up, can't get it to fall. Blackwell with a rebound. 24-18 Tigers, 3:09, and Hall had it touched off of him, and it will be Tiger basketball. Blackwell will inbound as he'll dump it off to the top now for Sherrard. Around the outside, stolen away, almost was a clean steal by Fouch, but he got a hand on the Tiger there, and instead of all ball, it's a little bit of foul. And it'll be a foul on Alex Fouch, his first foul. It is the Abingdon first foul of the second. Checking out is 43 Brody Bender. Carter Brown will inbound for Sherrard. They go for the deep shot down low and almost off a cheerleader. Heads up down there, ladies, towards the side doors there, as that was a dangerous inbound pass, but everybody's all right. It'll be Sherrard basketball under the basket. Shot up, no good, but a traveling violation. That's going to be on Rylan Carton, who is going to cause the turnover, and just picked up that pivot foot or dragged it a little bit. It was a nice shot, but was able to get a little bit more separation from the defender with the drag of the pivot foot. 24-18, 2:45 left here in the first half. Hall with it on the baseline. He's going to kick it back out to Fouch. And now up to Dre Anderson, who's been quiet. Had an early three. Hightower with a nice shot. Just kind of threw it up there as he was getting fouled. It is a foul against Sherrard. So that was a foul against Sherrard. Hall lays it up, can't get it to fall. Foul against A-Town. We'll see who it's against. That's Jacob Hall's second foul. It is the A-Town second foul. 2:25 left here in the first half. See a little bit of a press here by A-Town as they keep a little bit of pressure. They showed press, and now gonna drop back for Blackwell and the Sherrard Tigers, who have a 6-point lead. 24-18, 2 fouls apiece for both squads in the second quarter. Veranda with it, dumps it there up top to Carton, who's going to the basket. Instead, the Veranda corner three is up no good. Rebound to Trey Kennan, who is checked in for A-Town. Under 2 here in the first half. Kennan with it, nice find, and just couldn't get it to him, but instead it's to Fouch on the right wing three. It's up no good. And a rebound to Carter Brown and the Sherrard Tigers. Shot up no good. Second chance, no foul, as Blackwell got hammered down in the paint. And there goes another body flying. We've got bodies all over the place. It is an offensive foul A-Town gets a little bit of life back. Nice job there. Rylan Carton picks up the offensive foul, but a great play by A-Town to get the feet set, able to draw the foul. Carton is going to head to the bench as Caden Kelly is back in for Sherrard with 84 seconds left in the first half. And that one is tipped down low. They go to Blackwell. Blackwell's shot no good, and Hightower comes away with the rebound and is going to hold possession for A-Town. Anderson now to Kennan, going to the basket, lays it up, can't get it to fall, off of Sherrard, and it'll be A-Town basketball. The pace is kind of picked up here as we start to see going coast to coast, moving down the court really quickly and finding good offense. 24-18 and a foul here on A-Town. It'll be Sherrard basketball. Or excuse me, no foul. That's going to be a turnover. Three fouls for Sherrard, 2 for A-Town. 24-18. There is about a 35-second difference on the shot clock, and Carter Brown with a big three. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be Sherrard basketball. Carter Brown will inbound. Brown on the inbound. It's 27-18, a 9-point lead for Sherrard. Blackwell with it. Working with Anderson. Dump it all the way across to Carton. Gets it to Blackwell. 26 on the shot clock. Corner three for Brown. It's up no good. Anderson with the rebound. A-Town the other way looking for a response. Shot clock is off. 20 seconds left here in the first half. Kennan will swing it to Hightower on the right wing. He's working there with Brown. Swing it to Kennan. 8 on the shot clock. Now 5. And a big foul there charged against Veranda as Hightower hit the deck. Veranda just kind of got caught there on the screen, and he hits Hightower as he hit the deck, but he's up and moving. That's good to hear. Trey Kennan will head to the bench. Jacob Hall's back in, as well as number 22 of A-Town. That is Lucas Andrews. 4.3 on A-Town's side of the timeline. Anderson's got to inbound it to someone. He gets it to Hightower's going to the basket and is blocked. Their three-point attempt is up, no good. So a nice block there by Sherrard. 27-18 at the half. We're going to step away for a quick break. We'll be back with some halftime stats after this halftime interview. You're watching the Great Western Shootout here on TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
It was the community that really drew me back to Macomb. I'm from a small community, I'm from a farm family, and ultimately I always wanted to practice in a place like that, and I felt that I had the ability to connect to people who with a similar background from me, and the fact that the staff members at the hospital and the support, all the support staff at the hospital was also focused with the goal of patient care. It felt like it just all came hammered at home for me.
I like to make time for my patients. I don't ever want anyone to feel rushed. I'm happy to sit and talk for as long as they need. And sometimes that puts me behind in my schedule, but I think it's worth it. People know if they need me that I'll be there.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
All right, welcome to halftime here. Patrick Osterman with us, and we talk about behind-the-scenes stuff all the time. The guy running the board right now, kind of crazy.
I don't know if you could get a much higher title running the board behind the scenes of an interview at McDonough District Hospital other than our president and chief executive officer, Bill Murdoch, but we appreciate Bill helping us out.
Yeah, he's game to help with everything. I'm guessing your job has to be a little more relaxed now. He seems to be like a pretty good guy to work with.
I tell you what, Bill has done a fantastic job. You knew just how good of a person he was, having worked with him for the last 5 years prior as our chief financial officer. And when he was promoted to our chief executive officer, I was all excited about it. I think everybody in the organization was very excited about it. You talk about, do you need to do a national search? And our board of directors, I give them all the credit in the world. They listen to the staff. They listen to the community members and said, you got somebody here who knows what they're doing, is a great person, does a great job. He knows the community. He's invested in the community. And it's been a great 2024 so far. And we've got a lot of bright future, a lot of great things that we're looking ahead towards.
Well, it's nice because MDH has been so embedded in the community, right? It is always nice to have somebody at the top and throughout the system that's also embedded in what the community has to offer and needs.
Absolutely. With my job, I do a lot of community relations. I get out, talk with businesses, talk with organizations. And one of the first conversations I had with Bill when he stepped into that new role, he said, Pat, I want to get out in the community. And we've been able to do that. We've gone out and met with our regional healthcare colleagues, CEOs, just talking about what can we do together? Is there anything we can do together? Rural healthcare is tough. There's a lot of challenges we face, but if we work together, maybe play to each other's strengths, I think we can both succeed. And that's the best way that we can help serve our community, help serve the patients that we are here to serve.
Well, and improving your brand is always a good thing, right? Whether it's a hospital or TSSR Game Time Live, improving your brand is a good thing. Getting out in the community helps that, but also expanding your options helps that as well, right?
Absolutely. One of the things you always look at is clinical partnerships. If we can't get a physician here, is there another healthcare organization that we can do what we call a clinical partnership with? Blessing Health is a great example out of Quincy. They bring cardiologists up here, a pulmonologist. We have a urologist that comes up here once a week. So our patients in McDonough County, they don't have to drive down to Quincy or maybe Springfield or maybe Peoria. If we can find those clinical partnerships where they can be seen here in Macomb, it's just a win-win for everybody.
Well, last year we talked about expanding to Monmouth with you. We talked about the pharmacy. As we talked to Bill, the pharmacy is expanding, and I shouldn't say expanding, it's coming to completion. You've done great things, I think, in Monmouth. What's down the road for MDH? Are you at a point that you can talk about anything that's coming?
I think we just got to keep looking on how we can continue to grow, and that's been one of our focal points. We do strategic planning on a quarterly basis. We want to look ahead, 2-3 years down the road, but as we said, there's a lot of dynamics going on in healthcare right now. So if you get too far ahead, you kind of lose sight what could be coming right around the corner. So that's why we try to keep it more of a short term, yet still look ahead to the long term. Like we said, our biggest challenge is how can we continue to grow? We've been here for over 65 years. What can we do as an organization, as a staff, as an administration team to make sure we're still around here for 65 years and beyond?
As public relations guy for the hospital, what do you want to use this opportunity to tell the people that might be watching about MDH in 2024 that's different maybe than what they expected or saw from 2023 or before?
Well, as you just talked about, our clinical expansions, as you said, Monmouth, our MDH Monmouth Clinic, convenience clinic, sports med and rehab. We got great staff up there, and I think that's a common theme. I know Bill talks about this a lot. I 100% on board with this too. I agree 100%. I would think you'd ask any of our staff members, they would say that we got a great team right now. We do a great job working together, and I think that's how we can play to our strengths to help grow. You talked about the community pharmacy. We're excited when that starts coming online and how we can best serve our community. A lot of convenience. I think one thing that we learned from COVID, people love convenience. We got our drive-through labs, and now you got our drive-through community pharmacy. A lot of good things going on. Stay tuned. It's an exciting time right now in our organization.
Well, have some fun at baseball this weekend, okay?
We're going to have some fun. A lot of fall baseball going on as we record this right before the start of high school football season. I know we're going to have a lot of great football games. We want to wish all of our area teams the best of luck this year.
We'll be right back with the second half right after this.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. here between the Tornadoes and the Sherrard Tigers. The Tigers with the upper hand here at the midway point. 27-18 is your score as Sherrard has come out of the locker room as they begin to do their halftime warm-ups. I think we're about to see A-Town come out of the locker room here momentarily as well. 3 minutes left until we kick off the second half between the Tornadoes and Tigers. Some unofficial, though, stats as we get ready for period number 3. Leading the way for the Sherrard Tigers with the game-high 9 points is Rylan Carton. He has 9 points. Close second, though, Carter Brown with 7 points. And then a little bit of scattered scoring throughout the way, though. Brody Bender has 4 points. Ryder Veronda has 3 points. James Blackwell with a pair. And Caden Kelly as well has 2 points. That accounts for the 27 for Sherrard. And for A-Town, it's been a little bit more balanced scoring. Leading the way, Alex Fouch with 6 points with a couple of made threes. Aiden Stromson has 5 points on a couple of layups and an attempt at the free throw line. Jacob Hall has 4 points, and Dre Anderson had that early 3 to get things going for A-Town. We are just at about 2 minutes away from quarter number 3 between the Sherrard Tigers and the A-Town Tornadoes. We'll be back after this on a quick break. You're watching the Great Western Shootout here in Abingdon-Avon High School in Abingdon, Illinois. You are watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
Minimally invasive surgery offers a variety of benefits to the patient. We are now able to offer patients a variety of operations with small incisions rather than big open incisions. The surgeries that we can do now, minimally invasive, include bariatrics, hernia repair, colorectal surgeries, faster recovery, smaller incisions, faster time back to work.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available, so with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. We are ready to go, and we're moving really quick, right on time here as the officials burn that extra minute off the clock, so we took a little less of a break than we were going to, but it is A-Town basketball, 27-18. They are down by 9. We'll see if they've got any life in them here to get the lead back from a tough Sherrard team that has played them really well so far. Jacob Hall with the basketball is double teamed in the corner, and we are going to have a out-of-bounds court violation there. Hall had a foot on the stripe, and it'll be a turnover, Sherrard basketball. Bringing things up, that's Rylan Carton. He leads the way with 9 points for Sherrard. They swing it all the way across court there to Brown on the right wing. Now swing it up top to Blackwell. He's working with Anderson, going to the basket, and uses the bank. The bank is open for James Blackwell. 29-18. Down low, Stromson with the easy layup. Aiden Stromson's got 7 and answers right back for A-Town. 29-20, 9-point game, 7:04 here in the third. Veranda 3-ball up, no good, and Stromson with a rebound. Here comes A-Town the other way. Hall, actually no, that's a Hightower with it, excuse me. Now to Fouch, now to Hightower. Has some separation, puts up the shot, no good, and that is Curtin away with a rebound. Blackwell over to Veranda, now to Carton. He's working with Anderson, dumps it off to Brown. Blackwell thought about the 3, thought about the 2, dump it off to Brown. 20 on the shot clock. So plenty of time here for Sherrard. Good defense by A-Town. 29-20. Shot up, no good. Fouch with a rebound. Anderson brings things up for A-Town. Thought about the 3, now Fouch wants 3 and misses it. And that's Brown with the rebound. High tempo, big pace moving here in this third. 3 ball for Veranda hits. Ryder Veranda with a couple of made threes this evening. Tigers lead at 32-20, 5:48 left, third quarter. Fouch trying to dribble out of trouble, no foul, dimps it off to Carton. Now to Brown, who wants the 3, can't get it to fall. Second chance bucket, no good. Jacob Hall gets the rebound for A-Town. Hightower with the basketball for A-Town. Dumps it off to Fouch. He's working with, that's Ryder Veranda at the top of the key. Dump it off to Hightower. He's working with Brown. Left wing now, corner for Fouch. Down low, Stromson, baseline. Traveling violation. Turnover, A-Town. Blackwell receives the inbound. 5 minutes left in the third. That'll equal out to 13 minutes left in the contest. 32-20. 3-ball Veranda up, no good. Stromson gets the rebound for A-Town as the Tornadoes bring it up the other way. Anderson, baseline to Hightower. Reverse layup there on the side on his right hand, no good. And Brown comes away with it. Dump it off, Veranda, corner 3, it's good. Ryder Veranda with a 3-ball. And a full timeout is taken by Abingdon Avon. On the big run, the Sherrard Tigers lead at 35-20. They will take a full timeout, and we'll take one as well. You're watching TSSR Game Time live on the Great Western Shootout, presented by MDH.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. Looking at the A-Town bench, the cheerleaders out there doing their performance in between the timeouts and the breaks. A-Town talking things over here. There's the first warning as we'll talk things over. They break the huddles. .431 remains in this third quarter between the Sherrard Tigers and the A-Town Tornadoes. It'll be Abingdon basketball, though. So we'll see if they can answer back, down by 15, 4:31 left. It'll be Andrews on the inbound for A-Town. As he dumps it into Jacob Hall, who now is headed across court, headed straight for the basket, but has it stolen away there by Carter Brown of Sherrard. And dumps it off. It's stolen away by Andrews, who goes for the Hail Mary to Stromson, lays it up, can't finish. Rebound to Carton for Sherrard. Veranda kicks it out to the corner. Now Carton put up the floater, no good. Rebound to Jacob Hall. Kicks it to Hightower on the left wing. Dump it now to Anderson on the right wing. Back up top to Stromson. 3:48, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Stromson to Hall. Almost has it stolen away. Traveling violation as he moved the pivot foot. It's a turnover, and it's Sherrard basketball. Checking into the basketball game is number 50, Cole Scheckler for A-Town. Blackwell will bring things up for Sherrard. Veranda Nice layup for Ryder Veranda, who just used the glass there and was able to get it to fall. And the Tigers extend their lead by 17, 37-20 over A-Town. 3:11 left in the third. Hightower in the left in the corner, dumps it off now there for Scheckler. Now to Anderson. Down low, nice find there to Scheckler. It almost went in on a deflection off of Scheckler. Hall puts up the shot. No, he's blocked. Sherrard with the basketball. It's Veranda with the, looking for the alley-oop there for Blackwell, and he almost got it. It would have been an epic play there by Veranda and Blackwell, and that one's stolen away by Brown. 2:30 left here in the third. Veranda, quick three, up no good. Brown rebound. Kick it out. A lot of open shooters for Sherrard. That one's up no good, and Hall will get the rebound and a jump ball tie-up, and it's going to stay here with Sherrard. Checking in for A-Town, number 5, Riker Darst, and number 1, Carson Slagle. Slagle's getting his first minutes here in the third. Veranda gets it inbounded, and now he gets the ball back from the quick pass there. Veranda to Carton, put up the shot, no good. Carton again, second chance though. And Carton very strong at the rim, able to finish. He adds 2 more to his night. Ryland Carton, first 2 points of the third quarter for him. Slagle gets it. Nice find down low there for Scheckler, who gets 2. Cole Scheckler's first 2 of the night. A-Town answers back. 39-22, minute 40 left in the third. Carton with a basketball, swing it up top towards the basket, lay it up, can't get it to fall. That was Caden Kelly who went to the rim. It was a nice look, just couldn't get it to fall. And Blackwell almost fell right into a fan there, but is able to hold himself in. And it'll be A-Town basketball. We've got a quick substitution. Carter Brown is in, as well as number 43. That is Brody Bender in for Sherrard. So we'll see Carton hit the bench. 39-22 in favor of Sherrard. Hall with the basketball, tips it off to the corner now and runs into a big wall there of Tigers. Now going to kick it out to Hall and throws it into the backcourt as they were on a different page there, not on the same playbook. It's a turnover, and it's Sherrard basketball with 67 seconds left in the third. Blackwell got it. Blackwell got the shot to fall on the inbound. He used the rim, the side of the backboard there. It hit the backboard, went in, but it is a violation as it was, you can't shoot it from inbounding the basketball. It was a nice shot from Blackwell, though. He's trying to get it inbounded, and now it's going to be back to Sherrard. I don't think I've ever seen that one happen before. Or at least on accident, that is. Blackwell will check back out. Good call there by the official, Jason Danner, on the sideline, able to get that one in a ball out of bounds, and it'll be Sherrard basketball. Bounce pass on the sidearm inside. Now to Brown, who lays it up and in. Carter Brown adds to his night. He adds 2 more. He's got 9 points this evening. 51 seconds. Gets it across the timeline here. And a traveling violation is charged to Carson Slagle. Slagle just moved his pivot foot like we talked about earlier. And there's been a lot of traveling violations this evening, not just in this game, but as well in the previous game that we had, the United Red Storm, the Monmouth Roosevelt Titans as well. Slagle, a sophomore, so youngster playing here in a varsity game, always tough, especially against Sherrard. 30 seconds left here in the third, 17 seconds on the shot clock, so about a 12-second difference. 3-ball up, no good. And Carton with a rebound. Gets it to Brown, who wants 3. He is fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line and shoot 3. It is the first foul of the third. It was almost a scoreless third quarter between both squads until that foul there by Andrews. (42-22). It is a 20-point game. The first shot goes in for Brown. Second one is good. Carter Brown at 11 points. Checking in number 34, that is Aiden Bageski. 43-22. Third free throw by Brown is up and no good. Rebound to the Sherrard Tigers, but it's stolen away by A-Town. And Brown ultimately comes away with it. And it's just kind of tipped around there, and it is going to be Sherrard basketball. They got to throw it up for the last second attempt, and it's out of bounds. They're at the end of this one, 43-22. The Tigers lead the A-Town Tornadoes. We will step away for a quick break and be back with some unofficial stats here as we get ready for the final 8 minutes between the Sherrard Tigers and the Abingdon-Avon Tornadoes. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live not the Macomb Western Holiday Tournament. That'll be next week, though, here on TSSR Game Time Live. But how about the Great Western Shootout here presented by MDH?
You get the opportunity to see so many different things that if you worked at a bigger hospital, you may not be able to see. You know, work is not just about the job, it's also about the people that work alongside you. And we have the best teamwork. They're like a second family. Sometimes you can't get that feeling other places.
I chose physical therapy because I knew I wanted to be in the healthcare field. I wanted to be able to help patients in some way related to more in depth. We get to know our patients, and that's really what kind of sets us apart.
Welcome back to TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH. This is game 8 of 8 between here for the Western Shootout. This is the Tigers and the A-Town Tornadoes. We've had a big day of basketball starting at 8 o'clock this morning, and here now we're 8 o'clock this evening. So a big, long day, but a successful one at that. A lot of good basketball this morning, this afternoon, and especially this evening here between the Tornadoes and the Tigers. 43-22, it is a 21-point game. Stromson, top of the key for 3, no good. And that is going to be a foul there on Stromson, who just came crashing in. He's going to pick that foul up, number 2 for him. It is an early foul, and that it only took 17 seconds to get here into the fourth. First foul is on the Tornadoes. Blackwell brings things up, goes to the rim, and we'll get it to fall. Blackwell with 2 more, 45-22. It is a 23-point game. Here come the Tornadoes the other way. Dump it off to Hightower. Up to Stromson. Now for Slagle. Slagle on the right wing. Was looking down low, will dump it back off to Scheckler. That's Darst with it now to Scheckler. Hightower, 7:03 left, and a foul is charged against Carter Brown. So Brown picked that foul up on Sherrard. It is the first foul for Sherrard. 1 foul apiece for both squads. Shot clock will reset, 35 seconds, 7:01 left. Here's Slagle. He'll dump it off to, it's going to dump, thought he was going to dump it off to Hightower, instead keeps it himself. Slagle. Now to Darst, he's working with Brown. 4 out of 5 there. Hightower. Now to Darst, back to Stromson now with 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got to do something. Hightower, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound there to Brody Bender. 3-ball Brown, no good. Rebound to Darst. Tigers missed opportunity there on the 3. 6:17 left, under 30 on the shot clock. Swatted away. Jason Danner, the recipient there of the basketball out of bounds, and it'll be 8-down basketball. Jason Danner was my math teacher in high school over in West Prairie, so always nice to see him. Does a great job officiating. Hightower will inbound. He'll get it out to the back there for Slagle, who now gets it to Hightower. Back down to Scheckler, and he is fouled. 2 shots are coming for Cole Scheckler. We'll see who the foul's on for Sherrard. This is going to be against Brody Bender. It's foul number 1 for Bender. The second foul for Sherrard. First shot no good for Scheckler. And the second one is up no good. Ball out of bounds, and it's going to stay here with A-Town. So that was off of a Sherrard hand, and it'll stay with Hightower and the Tornadoes. It's Stromson with it. Goes to the basket, blocked there. That was Blackwell. And that's going to be a foul. This one's going to go against A-Town number 5, I believe. Yes, it will. A-Town number 5. Riker Darst will pick that foul up. Foul number 1 for him. And there goes my pencil as it has finally decided to break on me here with 5:56 left in the 4th. Checking into basketball game for A-Town is number 20. That is Garen Mason. Mason, the junior for A-Town. See him check in. Hightower. Bounce pass was looking for, that was for Scheckler, but it's intercepted by Sherrard, and they come the other way with a 23-point lead. Has to be 30 for a continuous clock, so no continuous clock. Blackwell. Swinging to the corner. Veranda for 3. It's up no good. Brown with a rebound. Nice find to Veranda. Foul there against A-Town. This is going to go against, I think, number 5 again. Yes, it will. Riker Darst, foul number 2 for him. In just about under a minute or so, he's picked up a couple of fouls. It is only his first 2 fouls, though. 2 for A-Town, 3 for Sherrard. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be A-Town basketball with 5:19 left in the 4th. Scheckler receives the inbound pass as A-Town will bring things up with Hightower. Slagle, kick it to the corner. 3-ball is up and good. For the recently checked in Garen Mason. Cashes for 3. He knocks home his first of the night. Garen Mason brings it back within. Now it's 20-point lead for Sherrard. Blackwell with it. He's working with Slagle. Kick it up to Veranda, who's had a couple of big threes this evening. He's played really well. Go to the basket and Veranda gets it to fall, and a quick timeout taken by the Tigers. It is a full timeout taken by Sherrard. We'll keep it right here, though. You kind of see the A-Town cheerleaders there, as well as the Edmond and Avon bench. 4:34 remains in this one. We've had a big day of basketball like we talked about earlier. You know, just looking at some of the scores from earlier on. Let me pull up the score sheet right here. Game number 1 was between Canton and Knoxville. It was a Canton 70-23 victory. MVP was Lakin Otto. He had 12 points but played really well in that one for Canton. And a big win over Knoxville. And game 2, which was earlier this morning, Farmington defeated Southeastern 66-52. Jack Gronwald had 30 points in that one. Game 3, it was Fulton and Illini Bluffs. Illini Bluffs was victorious 55-47. Devin White had 25 points, was the MVP for that one. And then in Macomb and Scales Mound, that game this afternoon, Malachi Conley was the MVP in that one. Referring to game number 5, that was Peoria Notre Dame and the Rock Ridge Rockets. And it was a 67-44 win for Rock Ridge. Caleb Cunico was the MVP for that one. West Hancock played earlier this afternoon as well against Peoria Manual. And they were defeated by Peoria Manual 70-57. And that is a block there by Blackwell, and it'll be A-Town basketball, though, as the quick steal there. A-Town working now, going towards the basket, can't get it to fall, fought for, and it's Blackwell with the rebound, gets it down low, and a travel. Turnover, Sherrard. The game right before this that I was able to call between United and Monmouth-Roseville ended in a 52-38 Monmouth-Roseville win. Player of the game there was Lars Bergen, who had 18 points unofficially, of course. Had a really good game. Has had some really good basketball this afternoon and this morning here at Tornado Alley. 47-25, 3:35 left. Hightower lets it fly from 3, and there's Hightower with a big 3. Tornadoes answer back with a big 3 from Hightower. 47-28, 3:23 left here in the 4th. Blackwell swinging across to Brown, 19 on the shot clock. Shot up, nice shot there. It's good. The shot is good for the Tigers. That's somebody that is not on the roster because I heard the name, but I did not see it on the roster. So this is a good 2 points for him, 49-28. As Veranda will inbound the basketball. Veranda, the 5'9" junior, now gets it to Blackwell. Blackwell, 6'3" senior. He's played a really good game this evening. Only has 4 points, but his presence on the basketball court's really been felt, able to distribute the basketball all the way around, get some balanced scoring for his other guys. As Hightower is tripped up on a foul by Sherrard. We'll see who this is going to be against. It's going to be against Sherrard, number 22. That is Caden Kelly. Caden Kelly's second foul. It is the Sherrard 4th foul of this 4th quarter. So one more. We'll be shooting free throws. 49-28, 2:33 left. Dump it off here. Now they go corner for Slagle. He's guarded by Blackwell, and that's checked into the basketball game, number 24. Devrin Darth Haas has checked in for A-Town. He wears number 24. Shot is up, but we have a foul. 2 shots are coming. We'll see. This is going to go against number 5. Jackson Jones picks up that foul, and that will send the Tornadoes to the free throw line. It is foul number 5. And number 5 for A-Town, that is Riker Darst, will head to the free throw line. Makes his first, and his first point of the evening. James Blackwell will head to the bench. Another substitution is Alex Spegler will check in for Sherrard, as well as Quinn O'Donnell. He checks in for Sherrard. He checked in for Blackwell. Both shots at the free throw line are good for Darst, who goes 2 for 2. And the Tornadoes make it down between 19. 1:59 remains in this one. 20 seconds on the shot clock. It's Brown. Dump it off there to the outside now. Backdoor pass. And is going to just dump it away. And he gave it to Haas there on the steal for A-Town. Darst, bounce pass to Haas. Back out. They're moving the ball really well. Slagle. Dump it off. Top of the key, 3 up, no good. Rebound to Sherrard, who just gives it away. Right back to Slagle, who gets it to fall. Carson Slagle's first 2 of the night. It's a timeout for subs here. Good decision there by the coach, able to get these guys in. Get them some experience in a varsity game is always nice to see. Javen Jones will check in for, excuse me, that's Javin Jones. Excuse me. As well as we see number 2, Brylan Bender, who is in, and that is going to be a travel as he just kind of hit the deck there with his knee. Turnover for Sherrard. It's A-Town basketball with 1:09 left here in the 4th. Ball out of bounds, and it'll be Sherrard basketball, 1:04 remain. Sherrard basketball, 55 seconds left here in the 4th. Dump it up top there to Jackson Jones. Swing it across now to Bender. Over to the corner. Shot up, no good. Fought for on the floor, and it's ultimately won by Darst, who comes away with it. He's going straight to the rim, can't get it to fall. Rebound there by Quinn O'Donnell. And with this one, you can just dribble it out. We'll see what they do, though. Believe they might. No, not going to dribble it out. Deep 3 up, no good. And Darst is fouled, and it is a shooting foul. So we will have 2 shots coming. This one's going to be on Alex Spengler. Will pick that foul up for Sherrard. 49-32. Excuse me. We'll get that fixed. There we go. Riker Darst, first shot is up, no good. Darst made his last 2 at the free throw line, is unable to connect on the first one. And rims out the second one. So 0 for 2 at the free throw line, so 2 for 2 to go for 0 for 2 now. Sherrard with it, and in and out of the hands there of the Tigers' number 10, Quinn O'Donnell. Could not corral the pass. Haas will inbound with 7 seconds left. We'll see what Slagle's got in mind for A-Town. 3 seconds, 2, 1, 3. It is going to count if it's good, and it is good. Count the basket there on the buzzer beater 3 for Garen Mason, who had 6 points all in that 4th quarter. But at the end of this one, 49-35, the MVP. Ryder Veranda gets the MVP of the game with 8 points, but really did a very well game this evening. 49-35. The Sherrard Tigers are victorious. They beat the A-Town Tornadoes in a big win for Sherrard. They take down the home squad Tornadoes. We'll get some unofficial stats, of course, here in a moment. We're going to take a quick break, be back for those in just a moment. You're watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.
There's been a lot of rewarding parts working at McDonough District Hospital. I've had patients come to me that maybe have not had care in the community, care available. So with the addition of nurse practitioners lately, we've been able to add more care, and that's very rewarding to me. My hope is that when the patients leave at the end of an appointment, they leave and they definitely feel like they've been listened to, and they feel like their needs have been met, their cares have been met, and that they're going to get the proper treatment that they deserve from me as a provider.
Welcome back to Abingdon-Avon High School. And the final in this one, 49-30, 49-35. We'll get that updated there just a moment. The scoreboard didn't quite update for me there on that buzzer beater 3 from Garen Mason, who had 6 points for A-Town. It was kind of balanced scoring like we talked about earlier on. Aiden Stromson led the way. He had 7 points. And then you talk about guys like Garen Mason, who had 6 points, as well as Alex Fouch, who had 6. Hightower had 3 points as well, hit a nice 3 early in this one. Jacob Hall had 4 and some other scoring as well. And the MVP, Ryder Veranda, had 8 points there. And we talk about other guys like Rylan Carton, who led the way with 11 points, as well as a tie to Carter Brown, who also had 11. But Veranda wins the MVP, and that is going to call it wraps here from Abingdon-Avon High School. Game 8 of 8 is victorious for the Sherrard Tigers, 49-35. We thank you for tuning in to the Great Western Shootout here from Abingdon-Avon High School. For John Reynolds and Alyssa, the fantastic camera lady this evening, we thank you for watching TSSR Game Time Live, presented by MDH.